Well, today I was working on this metal table. It looked really nice and ornate. I had to sand it first because there was a lot of rust on it, as you can see in this area. Then I remembered I was making this potter's bench and I realized that I hadn't been videotaping it. So come back and check out what I did to this table later on in one of my other videos. As you can see, I already started this project. I already got the parts cut and somewhat assembled. Then I decided to videotape it. I thought it'd be kind of cool to share this with you. I'll explain some of the construction as you watch me build my interpretation of a potter's bench in Versailles. The first thing I did was build two square frames. I had some 1 1/16 by 2.5 solid oak stock left over from a stair remodel that I did. You can see one of the square frames screwed onto one of the legs here. You can see one of the shelves attached to this leg here. Right now I just use construction adhesive and staples to fasten it together. Then I come back and screw in 1 1/4 screws from the outside. As you can see, I just have two angled pieces of wood glued and nailed together. I got two in the front. And I got two in the back, which are longer. You can see I notched out some cedar fencing. I'm using cedar to cover my top and my bottom shelf. Again, I just use construction adhesive and staples. It's a pretty simple construction. This iron element will help me interpret a potter's bench in a stately Parisian home in a Versailles style. Here is the right rear leg. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple construction. A couple of frames screwed together, two front legs, longer rear legs, glue and screw together. That's it. At this point, you can add on any additional support you feel that you need for weight or shear strength. You can use plywood or dimensional wood bracing with angles, or maybe use some metal elements, whatever you can find. Here we're standing at the right rear of the potter's bench. You can see I cut a piece of plywood and nailed it right to the top of the back leg. You can see how the crown molding is attached to the top edge. Here I just pin nailed this carving element from the back side of the front frame of the upper. Here's one of the shelves and the shelf support. All I did was cut a piece of cedar and just nailed it on. Again, here's the left side notched out. And you can see how I have that upper front frame screwed in to the side. I installed left and right side rails to this metal fabricated box that I had made. This is a bin you're going to use to store your soil that you're going to put in your pots in. You can see how it's screwed in. You can see that I painted this metal element gold. But first I had to take it to a metal fabricator to weld this L bracket in the back. You could see how I attached it to the block that's holding the crown molding. I used a couple of drywall screws and screwed it down. As you can see, this L bracket has a hole conveniently located so I can hang this statue that I've had for quite some time that I enjoy. All I did is just run a bolt through it. There's a hole on the top side of the statue that I can run a bolt through. Well, this is what it looks like. We're not quite done yet, but this is what it looks like with a bunch of plants around it. I'm thinking it's starting to look great. I still need to stain it and paint it. I'm liking how this thing is looking, especially the statue. It's simple, but yet elegant. By the way, this isn't for looks. I'm actually going to use this thing. Can't wait to put all my tools and chemicals and fertilizers up there so I can conveniently grab them when I need them. I didn't know why I didn't build one of these a long time ago. Okay, enough admiring it. Let's get it stained. Here I'm setting up a couple of metal sawhorses so I can set the bench on here so I can stain it. Here I'm just only staining the frame itself. I'm using a rag to do my staining. Seems like I have more control. There's no real big secret here. The color I'm using is called espresso. Just stain anything that hasn't been stained. There's no real big trick to it. Just stain and get all the nooks and crannies as best you can. Then what I do is I come back with a brush and I brush the hard to get places. Makes it really convenient with a brush. Once I'm done staining, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a coat of shellac or some kind of varnish or some kind of oil finish. It's going to be outside, so I need to protect it from the elements. Once everything is stained, then I step back and make sure that all the stain is applied evenly and all the nooks and crannies are stained. Now that I'm happy with the finish, we can start painting all the shelving. Again, there's no big secret here either. Just paint all the shelves. When you're painting the shelves, you want to paint all 6 sides so you're hermetically sealing each piece itself, so when the weather tries to attack it, it can't penetrate it because it's completely sealed. Therefore, your potting bench is going to last you a lot longer. Okay, next I'm applying some gold leaf paint. This stuff looks really good. It makes the carvings really stand out and makes them look elegant. I've seen this technique done in Europe a lot, and frankly, I like it. Wow, we're just about done here. And it's starting to look beautiful. Well, this is what she looks like, standing all alone. Isn't it beautiful? I can't believe the results I got out of this. It surely looks majestic. Let's spruce it up with some plants. Doesn't that look beautiful? I'm thinking about making another one. But this time videotape every step. But that all depends if you subscribe and hit the bell. So when I'm done with it, you'll know when I'm done with that video. It's really not that hard to make. I'll tell you what though, I'll be enjoying this potting bench for a long time. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and of course hit the bell. Until then, we'll see you at my next video. Bye!